Hey, what's going on, guys? It's TheMadSpider here, and welcome to Satisfactory. Now, Satisfactory's come out since the March 19th, and it's been currently in early access. You can get it on the Epic Games Store, and this game is basically a 3D version Factorio. And to be honest, a game like that for me personally, as someone who's played Factorio a lot over the last couple of years since it's been out as an early access game you can play before it went on Steam anyway, and so on and so forth. I always wanted more interaction from the game, because as much as it is cool to have a 2D layout and see everything all crisp and clear and everything, the only problem was with that is that you could never really get a grasp upon the scale and scope of things. It was all flat and 2D, so you never really got the sense of scale and awe and, I guess, full satisfaction, at least for me anyway as a player. But today we're going to start a Let's Play on this. We're going to do a gameplay and just, go for the introduction and talk about a few things. And we're going to kind of just try and make the most, at least for me, the most efficient and most effective, well, factory we can make and make it, well, satisfactory. So let's get into this. So we're going to start off within grass fields, because the other two areas I've got a more co-op like gameplay that's currently broken. We're currently playing with this at the moment, and then there's the forestation section, the like sort of jungle forest one. We'll do with the grass fields because it's a more open starter, easier region to at least start for a series, and then maybe later on, maybe if I do another season, when they bring out tier 7 and so on and so on, rebalance a load of stuff, I'll play either this one or the Northern Forest. But we're going to do grasslands for now, so we're going to call this, what should we call the save? We'll call it Spider Corp. There we go, just because it is a factory-based building game, so we'll just call it Spider Corp. So yeah, let's get into it. This is going to be an exciting game. I will skip the intro because I already know the intro very well. I've already played a load through it. I've played it enough times to know what the intro is, so we won't focus on that too much. So we'll just skip the intro on this one. All right, there we go, and here we are.
Welcome to Planet Massage 2 ABB, your designated sector in the binary star system of Akicha.
Okay.
I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, tasked to support pioneers, such as you, in their mission.
I can't jump.
You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall. Congratulations.
Interesting.
Note: objective-based introduction initialized. Welcome.
I'm just going to skip that bit because I already kind of know the intro bit of this segment. Let's get along with this.
First objective: please dismantle the drop pod.
I have already, don't worry.
The resulting materials will be repurposed to construct a habitat
and utility base.
From now on referred to as the hub.
Right, now that we've kind of got...
Note,
there's a slug right there already.
Incorporated
Jesus,
as cost-effective and efficient.
We'll grab everything we want, because we're going to need a lot of this early on. I'm going to quick, we'll get this slime real quick.
This consumable possesses minor healing properties.
Can we just skip this? Because this is getting on my nerves already. Oh god, another incoming message.
Second objective. Please...
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so this is...
this consumable
oh my Christ, go away. I'm trying to speak here. When you try to skip a lot of the stuff in the game and try and rush, you kind of get a bit fucked. This is going to tell me about power properties.
This semi-slug.
Yep. Go away. Right, so this is Satisfactory's, well, random starting area. There is a bunch of different starting areas in the game. There's this one. There's a one further over in that direction, somewhere right there. There you can start. Somewhere on the other side there. Up by further across that way. Further that way. There's loads of starting areas within the game that you can start the game in. So there's never a start, predetermined starting point, at least for one of each map. So there's 3 segments in the world. It's 30 kilometers squared, and there's loads of stuff in the world. So let's get a show on the road. Now, I do know a bit about this game. I have followed it before it came into early access. I played the alpha test weekend. However, I never actually wanted to do a video series while it was in the alpha test weekend, because one, I don't know if the final product, or at least the early access product, was going to be the same as it pretty much was, with some minor tweaking and whatnot. And I wanted to play the game to get to know what the game was like, how it played out, the progression ratio roughly, and just kind of give a bit more of a cleaner representation of how the game is overall, so that when I actually do a series like this, Let's Play on it, it won't be all over the place and I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, where should I find this? Oh, well, how am I going to build and design this? So yeah, let's get on the road. So he wants me to equip my Xenos out, but let's just do this real quick then. I love the animations they have for each individual systems. It's really cool.
Please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find
it makes it look nice.
Note: the acquisition of iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
I already knew there was iron over the extra sword earlier, but yep.
Initial scans reveal coloring properties in the flower petals. Further analysis required.
Yeah, I thought as much. Hello, I think I called a giraffe. I think that's what they're called, long-legged giraffes or something like that. I can't remember what they're called exactly. There's something called something like that. Well, that's what I've heard some people call them. So yeah, this is where we're going to start by the looks of it. We're going to have our miners here. This is actually not a bad spawn or a starting region. You can go wherever you want. You don't have to stay here. Oh. Hello. How's it going? Dead. Get fucked.
Studying the
might
remains
as well
of
kill
this
him as well.
creature might shed light on how to defend yourself in the future. I recommend
jumped a bit on that one.
analysis.
Come here, bitch. Come on. There we go. But yeah, so this is actually not a bad starting region because you don't have to stay within the predetermined... Huh? That's weird. You don't have to stay within the predetermined region you start. You can literally walk anywhere you want. There's no barriers, no restrictions, you know, within 30 kilometers squared. You know, terms and conditions apply and all that jazz. But you can walk anywhere, you can set up anywhere. You don't have to start here. You can walk off in another direction. Like this, again, if I scan the iron, it'll ping these lot here, which is, you know, where it is. But then, yep, there's one there, there's some over there, and there's some more in that direction as well in the general sense. So you could set up any part in any part of the map, any part of the region. You don't have to stay here. You can explore and set up at your own personal pace, your own personal little area. It doesn't have to be the dead-on starting point. But for the sake of the video, we're going to start here. For the sake of the series, we're going to start where we started. Just to, you know, so not wasting too much time. Let me just collect some of this. Too much time, you know, fucking around. So let's get some iron. Now, these chunks of iron ore here...
Objective. Build the hub. Note.
Okay.
To complete this objective...
I get what you're trying to say, woman. Chill. Yeah, so for the starting area, like these things here where they say, you know, when you look at this, like impure. Basically, these chunks don't last forever. You mine them, they disappear as you just saw. So can't keep mining them for like big chunks of resources. Like, I think is you 6 every time? Yeah, 6 every time. Let's just try and get... There we go. So we got 90 ore in total. So we got 2 iron deposits. Is it 2? Hang on, let me scan. Oh, there's 2 more over that direction as well. So, in this vicinity, about 4. That's limestone. Let's just build a hub, and then we'll worry about that later. Could you fucking... move? Thank you. Think of it as a cattle prod. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm just warning you off. You're gonna get on my fucking nerves. I might have to kill you. Ooh, where do I want to put you? I don't want to put you anywhere annoying, but I don't want to put you somewhere like... I don't want to put it on top of the ore, obviously. I want to put it somewhere. Then again, I want all that space out there or around here to be the building vicinity. Yeah, we'll put it on the cliff. You know, get some scenic. Get some nice scenery going on. Yeah, we'll do that. We're just gonna need these for all biomass and biofuel later on, so I might as well collect some now, you know what I mean? Again, I've played quite a bit of this already, so I already know what I'm doing, so you don't have to worry too much about me faffing around and taking too long. However, I've only got up to like just at the start of tier 4, just finished, you know, the production on my personal save of like, just I had finished researching the first segment of tier 4, which is the steel production. That was it. Yeah, steel production. There's coal right down there, so starting here is actually really, really good for us. Right, let's place this down. I could turn it around a little bit, can't I? Yeah. Let's turn it this way for the sake of it, because the ramp is on that side. Yeah. You like to float for some reason. I don't know why. Let's try and... Oh, hang on. There. Perfect. Nice! Right on the cliff edge. I like it. I like it a lot. How am I going to get the biomass generators? Because there's 2 here. I could just access it from here. It's all good.
Craft bench. Hub feature. Hub terminal. 5th objective. Hub upgrade. Storage and power. Note.
First things
the
first.
craft bench and hub terminal are essential for progression to the next objective.
Yeah, this is going to take me a while, so I'll probably cut a lot of this out. So if I'm sitting here doing this, I'll probably just cut it out just to kind of, you know, streamline the video a bit more. So I guess I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so there we are. We've actually just done the actual last bit of our iron ingots. Now we're going to turn them into... How many do we need for the starting point? Tier 0, hub upgrade 1, 10 rods. Let's get those 10 rods up and going. There we go. Right, and then we want to put this in here. Upgrade. There we go. Got a biomass generator, and we got some storage. Get off my screen, please. Thank you. Start by throwing some of this in here.
You have unlocked Hub Feature Biomass Generator. Hub Feature Personal Storage. Scanner Feature Copper. New equipment, buildings, and blueprints, which can be found in the workshop when built, build menu, and craft bench respectively.
Interesting. Right, so what do we need for the tier
Sixth
upgrade
objective.
then?
Hub upgrade. Construction.
Yes,
Note,
yes, yes.
Connect buildings to a generator for power.
We are now got access to this. I'm
Building.
going to skip a lot of that because that gets on your nerves. If you're a new player, you'd need to hear that. But for me, I've already played a good amount of this to know what I'm doing at the start. So now we need to look for, what is it? Copper. Now, if I'm not correct, there's some copper this direction. Oh, nope. 221 meters that way. I was right. It was in that general direction. There's 2 deposits down there, I think, if I remember correctly. Although I don't want to kind of go that way because it's too far away. That one's a bit like a fair bit closer by a good 90 meters. So we'll go to that one for now. What do we need? 10 plates and 10 rods. Might as well get those out of the way first. And just, you know, just to get it out of the way. And then we can come back to the copper and then, you know, complete that. Right, that's done. Now we just need to go and get the copper. So I'll get back to that in a second. Oh, big ravine down there, boys. And here we are. Here's copper. Alright, so we found the copper. He hasn't seen me yet. Come here. Gotcha. Nice. Right, don't have to deal with my health going down. So we found copper now, which is good. So now we can actually start making some of the coils, what is it? Wires and cables. Or as me and my friend like to call them spools and cable. Don't know why. It's just a funny little joke, inside joke we kind of have going on with my friend group. This is normal quality, so which means it should be producing about 60 normal on a tier 1 drill, which is actually going to be pretty good for us, whereas I think the irons are impure, so it's only going to give us half that, unfortunately. So it's not too far away, as you can clearly tell. It's from here to there, and this is actually a pretty decent flatland area, although there is a ravine, as I just discovered on the way over here. Into a cave system. I kind of want to cover this up when I get the chance to make some foundations, which I will do at some point. So let's grab... yeah, let's just clear this up so we don't actually walk into this fucker. Alright, nice. And we're going to grab some... actually, I've already grabbed some. Actually, I don't know if that's going to be enough. I'll grab up to like maybe 50 and then we'll see what happens. How many does this give me every time I mine it? 2. Not too bad. So what we want to do is basically set up separate segments for separate things. So one area dedicated to just copper like processing and manufacturing of like wires and cables, and then we want one for just pure straight up iron manufacturing and processing. I called it 60 by 6 by mistake because I was too busy fucking around trying to talk about things. Yeah, so we want to focus on different segments and different areas. So I'm just kind of grabbing as much of these on the way past as possible because biomass early on for fuel, along with then turning into biofuel, is kind of critical, and then up until you get coal. But considering we spawn so close naturally to coal, it's not going to be as bad as it was, say, for example, if we spawned like halfway over there or something, or on the other side of the map where, you know, the coals are usually over here, somewhere over there, and somewhere over there. So to be honest, we got like 1, 2, and then 3. So it's actually pretty good that we spawned here. So we need to make some of this. Okay, I'll be right back again with this stuff because it's going to take a while. Alright, we're done with the copper now. We just need now to make some wires. We only need 50, but for the sake of it, I'm going to turn them all into wires because you only use copper ingots just to make wires anyway. You don't use them to make 2 things that you do with iron, because iron is used to make iron plates and iron rods, whereas copper is just used just to make wires, and then wires are used then to make cables. So you might as well just turn all ingots, copper ingots, into wires from the get-go. Right, so there we go. Boom. Got a basic infrastructure outline of our actual new hub, which is nice. I'm going to skip this message. Thank you. Go away, please. You're not needed. So we have a biomass generator, which I can easily access here. Don't need it. I like to do things by hand early game. This is something that I think other people may disagree with me and probably would consider it inefficient, but I like doing all the hub upgrades at the start purely by hand because it's just a lot easier for me. Well, more control personally for me as a player. Oh look, I can turn all my leaves into biomass. So I'm gonna do this. I'll be back again in a second to do all of this, and then we'll continue where we left off. Let me just grab all this. We'll continue where we left off. So give me a second and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so there's all the biomass done. We've got everything done here now. We got a couple of stacks, 3 stacks of 200 and a spare 144. Couldn't do the wood because we don't have the recipe just yet, but we're getting pretty close. Put that in there as well. There we go. This just, yeah, sorted. So the next tier, hub upgrade 3, which actually, yeah, it does unlock, well, the wood biomass blueprint, which is nice. Some basic walls and floors and ramps, some basic foundations, and conveyor belts as well, which is very nifty. Now we're going to need a bit more complex stuff. Let's try and hope we don't have enough for this. Ooh. This is kind of where we're going to have to start setting up some stuff. So the equipment shop, we just need 6 of each. At least I think it was 6. It was 6 of each. Nice. Right, so let's put this down here, like, you know, close to the edge, because I don't really need it to be anywhere else. And it's also quite easier to access it here. So we need a portable miner because we're going to start needing to make some stuff. I might actually not do everything by hand because otherwise this video is going to take longer than expected to do. And not only that, but also a lot of editing. So I kind of want to streamline this process, at least for the sake of both you as the viewer and for myself and my own mental health. So we'll, yeah, I think we'll start setting some smelters. So what do we need? We need 5 rods, which is not actually that expensive. We'll put you, I think, here. We're going to need to get some limestone as well to make these things because you need concrete. We also need rods as well. So we might as well just turn all the iron I got left into rods and then work our way around that. So our starting limestone segment, here's the 2 iron deposits. And our limestone, yep, there it is right in front of us. Right there. There's actually 2, 2 nodes we can actually mine straight off the bat. So it should give us a little bit more concrete, so we can actually start building a bit more with it before we have to, you know, do it all automated. So might as well pick up these 2. Are you going to break into them soon? One more. Nope. Another one. Nope. I'm wrong again. Do it. Come on. I know you can break. One more? Nope. Alright. I'm just going to stop fucking guessing at this point. No. But when I stop guessing, the moment you break. Thanks. So you get about 90, 92 per one. Okay. We're going to dig these up, and then we're going to, you know, automate the process of digging out limestone, copper, and iron. Because it makes it easier for us then in the long run. Come on. Almost there. There we go. We finally broke it. There. Nice. Fucking hell. That took way longer than expected. So I got 210. I thought I was only going to get like 180, 170, but I got 210. So I got a bit more than I actually bargained for, which is good because it means I don't have to worry so much about the actual concrete, at least early on. So we want to make concrete pretty quickly because I need to... Well, we can make 70. That's pretty damn good. And so it won't take that long to craft. But what we need to do is basically set the smelter so it's like, you know, ready to go for iron at least, because that's the first thing we need more than copper at the moment. Far more than copper, because we got plenty of copper. We need to get that on the go ASAP in terms of portable mining, which requires just that and cables, which is why I need to get more plates. And I need some cable. There we go. Alright, and then we'll do... Oh, yeah, make 3 miners, 1 for each, 1 iron, 1 copper, and 1 limestone. Perfect. Boom. We do need to put this down. We need rods, though, for that. Again, I'm going to be jumping back and forth quite frequently. Only 1 rod, which I think should be enough, actually. Hold up. Doop. Up, and... Yeah. Nice. So let's grab a stack of 200. See, this is why I grab biomass this early on, is because then it saves me having to go out and get it later on. Especially a little bit later on when you have 2 biomass generators and you have more stuff being done. There we go. And now you're going to be automated. I shouldn't have done that because it's going to be wasting biomass. But, yeah, it's alright. There's loads of stuff around here. Hello, drill. I like these little animations. Everything you pick up and do, like you equip for the first time, have these cool little unique animations. And my favorite thing about this game is the animations. The polish and the cleanliness of the animations is amazing. So look at this. Just watch this and wonder how long it took them to do this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Whoever's on the animation, like art direction and whatnot, I applaud you heavily. It is absolutely beautiful to see such level of like depth to each animation for stuff. Like that, for example, is just so cool. Where was the copper? It was in this direction roughly, wasn't it? Ah, yes, it was directly over this pit of death. I guarantee I'm probably going to fall in that at some point. I'd be so careless, too busy looking at another screen, or too busy like gawking at some bird in the sky or something, or like the massive flying around manta. I heard you then. Where'd you go? No? Ah, I did probably going crazy. But there we go. So now we've got to drill on each of the limestone, copper, and iron. So now that's a lot easier for me. I'm going to come back through here now, grab some iron, put it in the smelter, because we do need to kind of automate. Hey, look, I see another slug. I didn't even notice her. These guys are going to be helpful, especially since I found one already and I got another one. But there, early game, they're going to be an absolute godsend. Especially if you need stuff done like much more efficient, then yes, it's going to be very handy. So we should put this in here. Iron ingot, and there we go. I don't want to put too much, I don't want to do too much hands-on work at the moment, because otherwise, not only will it mean that I'll have to edit out so much footage and it'll take longer than necessary to do that, but it also means that the video won't be as boring if I do, you know, do all that, which means more progress can be done a lot more effectively. So I'm going to try and do stuff much more efficiently. There's not really much we can do at the moment other than maybe put a constructor down. We do have conveyor belts. Oh, no, we don't. Actually, we need to upgrade this to get a conveyor belt. But yeah, they're almost done. Come on. Give me 20 and I'll leave the remainder 3 in there. Thank you. And we're going to turn these into... Well, we do need iron rods more than anything. We do need plates, though. This is the problem, see. We need 75 iron plates, at least at the start. And we do need more cables. Not by much, but we do need them. So we'll at least put the cables in there. So that's done. Oh, yes, the concrete as well. That can be put in there because that is done as well. We do need... I'll grab that for now. We need some rods. We do need some screws, but I don't think we have enough to at least make... No, we don't. Okay. I'm going to have to go and grab some more iron. This is going to be a thing back, like, at least this early game. Especially if you set up further away than I did. Like, you know, which I shouldn't have done. But I kind of want to try and make as much space as possible on this, you know, this top region. I don't want to kind of having to build out miles away from my starting area. I want to kind of keep it all within, at least within range of my starting region. Just so it's easier, at least for me. In my opinion, it's easier for me to do that because I don't have to go so far and, you know, constantly spend my time running around. So early game, yes, I will be doing this like right now. In the next hour or two, I'll probably be running around, grabbing. Well, I was almost full, fucking hell. Grabbing all the ores and, you know, doing a bit of farming. But once I've got it all automated, where everything's put into smelters and then from smelters to constructors. Everything then I can just try to make one big building, like a gigantic factory floor somewhere. Maybe off the, yeah, if I wanted to, a massive, and I mean massive, factory floor, maybe off the edge of the cliff. I might actually do that. And then have everything then just fed into this big factory on the edge of this cliff. I could do that. Whether or not I want to do that, though, is a whole different ball game. It would be very, very time consuming, actually, due to the... Let me go and make some stuff when I talk about this. Because of the amount of concrete it would take to do that. At least early game. I can sort of optimize it, especially since I've got the slugs this early on. I can optimize it so it's a bit quicker. But it's still going to be a bit of an issue. Oh yeah, this can just go in here. What am I doing? So while that's in there, we're going to make some of the copper by hand. Because it means I've got iron done while I'm also doing this. So I kind of just want to make that. So yeah, we'll kind of see what happens, but we'll probably make like a massive factory floor off the edge of the cliff and then keep building out and just making like basically a gigantic ass factory. Because then we have all the space and all the time in the world just to expand with no limitations. So I guess, yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so the copper's now been done. It's now finalized and everything is now done for that. This is... got about 10 left, but we'll grab what we have in here at the moment. And we'll make some more iron plates. We'll turn the rest into iron rods because I kind of need to make more screws. We've got enough to make what we need. One extra left over, then that's fine. Put the 2 in there. Sorted. Now, the only thing we're now needing is iron. This is the big issue right now. So that's just finished. So I'm going to go off and grab some more iron to get set up on the main road. The main road to what we need to do. So let's grab this. Yep, another 50 odd. I could have put another drill if I really wanted to on that, just to kind of double up the iron production since it's a bit slower than the copper. But to be quite honest with you, there's no need or no point, because in the next one, the next upgrade that you achieve, if I remember correctly, after upgrade milestone 3, number 4 gives you, yep, the miner mark 1. And then you can pretty much automate the process then from there. And then the only thing then tier 5, upgrade 5 gives you is just the space elevator, the object scanner, beacon, that and that. So that's pretty much all we need. We just need iron. So I guess I'll be back in a bit for you guys. You know, yeah, be right back. I'm gonna get some more iron. Alright guys, so I've actually got the iron plates now, so we can now finish actually what we were doing. So if I go here and put this in here, there we go, and boom! Tier 3. Hub grade 3. Not tier 3, what am I about? Sorry, my bad. Alright.
Congratulations.
Yep, we've unlocked build and blueprints, yes. Now we actually have the ability to do what we need to do. And that is, my friends, the miners. Which I think are under production? Actually, no, sorry. The next upgrade is miners. So, here, upgrade 4. We're going to need quite a bit more than we need. However, this time we've unlocked, what is it? The actual conveyor belts, which I think actually is going to help us in the long run. So this should have made, yep, the last 12 I need. By the way, the other thing I did do while I was away off camera was put down a second miner for the actual iron ore, because obviously we're producing so much less than I would like, you know, it's more less than desirable. So I put another one on there just so I can get a bit more iron, just so obviously it's a bit faster and more efficient while I was away, so don't worry about that too much. I also did grab some all the copper and turn it into spools here, you know, wires and stuff. So all we need to do now is just basically set up this basic automation for plates, because plates are the worst things. Rods are easy to make because they're 1 iron ingot per actual. Where's the stack of 100? There it is. Like 1, as you can see here, look, so 17, 14. If I got 14 iron ingots here, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio, whereas iron plates are 2-to-1. So it's not really ideal at the moment to do this by hand, considering that. Not only that, you know, if I could automate the process somewhat like I am here, then it's not so bad. We just need to make some more this, more of that, just so I can make another one of these. Thank you. I think it's only 2, is it? Or 3? I'm pretty sure, 99% sure it's 3. Yes, it is 3. There we go. And then turn this into that. Tidy. And then we'll put the constructor about... Can we snap it to the grid? Yeah, we can. Okay. And then put that. Let me get some more plates real quick. There, enough, I think. Is that enough? Yeah, it said 3, didn't it? Yeah. And then what we can do then is then connect that to there. So now that is also now doing things, and then we can set the recipe to iron plates. Voila! Basic automation. All I gotta do now is just dump the iron ore in there, that smelts it, that makes the plates. I don't have to get involved in iron crafting anymore. So now what we're gonna do is go over here and kind of grab the rest of the iron and restock what we need, and we should be good to go. So 35 there and 36 there. So that should be more than enough. We're going to restock this up to its max capacity, let it run for a little bit, and we'll just kind of see what happens. We will get the miner as well, the actual miner mark 1 in this version of the upgrade, which will give us not only the miner mark 1 but also storage container and another inventory slot. This is going to be handy because this means I can fully automate the process of iron ore going into the smelter. So iron ore going to the smelter, and then from the smelter into the constructor, from a constructor to a storage container. So I can fully automate the process of iron really easily. Now, since I got some concrete left over, 109, we're going to start making some basic foundations for our factory. And now the factory I'm going to be putting is, I have decided I'm going to put it out on this edge of the cliff. Now, some people are going to disagree with me on this, but personally for me, at least in my opinion, this is the best way to go for me, because... out here I can make as much as I want, like as many layers and as many like up and down, you know, there's no restrictions, there's no landscape issues, nothing. It's all crystal clear. The only thing I need to do is just make sure I, you know, build the walls around the outskirts and don't fall off. That's the only thing I have to do. Other than that, I think this is a prime location to make a basic foundation for a base. So, without further ado, let's put down the first block. We're going to put it probably here-ish, roughly. Because this is probably the best place. Oh, actually, no, here, because this fades into the floor. into the like landscape a bit more, which means it'll be easier to walk off from here onwards. So we're gonna kind of just build out a little bit. It's not going to be huge. We only have a limited amount of concrete. The drill's probably actually full, so I can go and get more if I need to and craft more. But for now, we're just going to kind of make a basic platform, because I kind of want to move that, at least not the smelting process, but the constructors on this platform, at least for now. So we can do that. Which way do we want to go in terms of size? Another layer outwards would be ideal. So we can put another 2 there, and then I'm out of concrete. Now, I do have enough to put this down. I just need a rod. Oh, you're out of iron? Oh, wow, you actually are. Holy shit. Here's the 89 I had. Oh, there we are. 1 iron rod. Tidy. We do have 1 spare cable upon this that we can connect. Now, this is the thing with the power poles. Power poles have 4 connectors. So in order to carry on like a chain, what you'd need to do is, like, for example, put like that there. We don't need that one. We could just replace it, get rid of that, and then put that over here. But we're not gonna. So, well, we are gonna do that, but like, you'll see what I mean. So these only have 3 connectors here. So you see here, when I want to connect a power cable, it says 3 out of 4. So 1 is coming from the power directly anyway. So 1's already been used up. There's only 3 connectors spare. So 2 are powering 2 machines. So 1 each. And I have 1 left over. Now, obviously, if I connect that to like a 3rd machine, I won't be able to expand off this pole, and I would have to then remove that wire to put another pole down. However, if you put another pole down and connect it like that, it's now 4 out of 4, but now you have another 3 extensions off this. So you'd always save 2 extensions, 1 from the incoming connection and 1 for an additional outgoing, in case you need to expand that power line system to another, to further on the grid, in case you have to power more machines. Which essentially means, if that is the case, a lot of the time you're only really going to have 2 connections of each power pole, so you're only going to have essentially 2 machines per pole, and then 2 connections, incoming and outcoming, for expansion of the power grid. So you're going to have to be a bit careful on that when you're starting this game. That is one tidbit I'll have to point out for people who are watching this. But yeah, so you just got to make sure they have 1 connector going in for it and 1 connector going out. Then you have 2 then left over to connect to 2 different machines that require power. So that should be it. How many of these have we created? 60 odds so far. That's actually pretty impressive. We're not that far away. We need 100, but we also need 75 rods. As I said, though, making rods is far faster and more efficient. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, whereas, plates are not, so it requires much more time and constraints for us as a player. So let's go and see the iron drills, because that is almost run out of iron ore, so we're going to try and stock it back up. And we're also going to get the limestone while we're at it here as well. 87, that's pretty impressive. That's done there, nice. Let's go get the limestone. The copper one's probably already backed up because it is a normal grade purity level instead of, impure, so it gives double output. So instead of this giving 1, that one over there gives 2 per second. So realistically, if you find stuff like that, you don't need to put 1 drill on it, and then you'll be fine for a while. So you don't have to worry about that too much. But if you find stuff like that where it's impure and it only gives like 30 on a Mark 1 drill, you're going to need at least 2 drills to kind of compensate for a moderately decent starter setup for automation. So that is something you have to keep in mind. So we're just going to quickly try and make some of these just to kind of finalize the iron ingots. So I'll be right back for this. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I've done 100 actual like ingots by hand so that it makes it a lot easier for me. But I'm not going to do all of my iron ore because I only needed 100 just so I can make this. The rest of the iron ore is going to go inside this to make more plates. But I only need 100 rods, or well, 75 rods, and I need an additional 25 on the side, just, so I can, build a couple of more things and stuff before needing to, so I have enough to possibly, fully automate the process, such as making the miner Mark 1 after I upgrade the hub. So we're just going to make the last few of these rods here, and then we're going to upgrade the actual hub in a minute, because I do have some concrete I can turn into some actual limestone and concrete. There we go. Give me what I need. I need 20, but I'll just craft it all because it makes it easier. So we've got enough of what we need, so we need to put this in there, that in there. We can make more cables as well, so let me just grab that. We need another at least 14, but we're just going to kind of make 30 just to have that little additional cable, because we do need to make some power grid systems. There we go. And our plate should be, yeah, we got another 40. We should have enough. 104, yeah, we just have just about enough, which is perfect. There we go. Boom. Hub tier 4. She's going to give me another message. I'm just going to skip these messages because they're not really that important, and
Congrats.
I don't want to spend too much time on it. We do have now a second biomass generator. So as before, we had a limit of 20 megawatts of power, which isn't really a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, to be honest with you. We now, if we connect this up to the power grid, we can now have 40, which is good. We can have double the power output. Now, obviously, do we have any more? Yeah, we can put another 2 of these down just to expand this, but not by much. But we will start automating this process pretty soon. Do not worry. This will be a thing we'll be doing pretty soon, is automating the process. I should kind of... I don't think I can put a wall down, can I, yet? No, I need 3 per thing. We'll worry about the actual, like, overall aesthetics later. We'll just put down the basic infrastructure. But for now, yeah. So we've got, essentially now, we just need to get the miner going, up and going, which requires... Where is it? There. Miner Mark 1, we need 5 concrete and the portable miner to make it into Miner Mark 1. So, we're going to go and get some limestone. While we're on the way, they will also connect the 2 actual things here. Yes. Yes, but we're also going to pick up the miners. And I'm not going to... might put it over that. Pick up both of the miners. I keep pressing escape twice, my bad. And we're going to then turn them both into miners. But not just... I'm going to put 1 on iron. And I'm going to put 1 on limestone. And the reason for this is because we kind of need limestone, especially if we're going to build off the side of the cliff. We're going to need to build... And then the other mine... Actually, I'm going to put 2 on iron, actually, just to kind of finalize that a bit better. But we need, you know, we do need to double up on iron, because since it's impure, it's only going to give half the output that it normally would if it was normal. So we're only going to get 30 per minute instead of 60. Which is going to kind of, you know, make production a little bit more tedious if we only had 1. So we need concrete. And then after that, then we can put the miners down. Then we can set up a basic automation system. And then we should be good to go. At least in terms of this first segment. Anyway, we should be coming along pretty nice here. So Miner Mark 1. Where are we going to slap you? Which direction? Well, if we're going to have that as our main miner, like there's going to be platforms all the way across there and all the way across there and stuff. And I don't know about the way the hub's going to keep... the hub's probably going to stay there. But I think what we're going to do is keep it facing that way. Yep. And this one over here as well. We will put you... We could go and actually put a miner on the copper as well if we wanted to. We'll face you this way. Because both of the iron is going to go in one entrance. The copper is going to go in another entrance. And we're going to kind of jiggle it around a bit. Now, the limestone is the next place we want to put it on. And the limestone, yet again, is going to be facing this way. Going by that direction. Yep, there we go. Right. The only thing we got to do now is attach the second biomass burner to the grid. And then extend the grid. Now, we want to put a power pole by 1 there. And we want to put at least another one here. Now, the reason for why I'm being reckless with the poles, I could put one like right there and connected 3 up, is because I want additional expansion to put that over to the copper. So then I, can expand the power grid, expand the production, amongst other things. So I'm kind of thinking ahead when I'm making this design. So we need to get rid of... well, to be honest, we need to get rid of all of it, because we're going to put all this now on the platform. So give me all your stuff. Thank you. So the smelter is going to have the direct input of iron. So we're going to put the smelter somewhere about here-ish, if it would let me. Why can I not put... It was being weird with me then, wasn't it? It was. That's really bizarre, doesn't it? You put on certain... Floor is too steep. Huh. Weird. That should fit by there. Yes, it will. Nice. Ah, that's a bit too close to the wall. I need to be able to put a wall segment there. Can I put that forward? No, I have to put 2 blocks forward. Ah, should be fine. And then when I get the conveyor walls, I should be able to put a conveyor wall there and have it. It should line up directly. Actually, it'd be slightly off. Can we get it centered? I don't know. Let's try and find out. We could. We could get it centered. Hold up. That should be alright. No, it shouldn't. Fuck. I'm gonna be tinkering with this way too much. This is annoying. This is one of the major issues. It keeps saying floor is too steep, even though it's not. That should be alright now. Yes, perfect. I don't want it slanted. It's just, organizations. Like, annoyance kicking in. This lovely dubby You're going to be on the edge of the fucking wall, aren't you? Which is going to piss me off. Yes, you're going to carry on to the edge. I don't want that. As much as you're going to bend, I'm going to have to just let you do that. And then have you go to there. Now, we are going to need some more. Do I have any more iron on me? I do. Perfect. So we're going to put a pole here. And connect you up to that. And you're connected to the biomass burner. I do want to put another biomass into the other generator. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hell no. Wow, for some reason, my guy just started walking on his own. I stopped. I am. Oh, wow. Huh. I'm not going to get my stuff back if I die. Can I reload the save by 5 minutes? What the time is it right now? It is yep, there's a minute before I fell off. Give me a second, people. We'll be right back after these short messages. Alright, I'm back in, boys. Well, that was interesting for my character to walk off the platform himself. I literally pressed this and my character kept running and then slid off. So, let's not do that. Right, let's grab this biomass first and not keep running. This is one of the main issues, is the reason why I had problems with it. You to there. So you're connected to the grid, and jump up on here, and then we'll put back this. And this time I know exactly which way this is going to go, so I don't have to fiddle with it too much. There, and the constructor is just going to have to go there. Boom. Plates. Iron ingots. Make me, and then put this by here. This to this, this to this, and to that, to that. Now we need to make a power line going about here, from there to, say, there, so we extended it, and then from there to the power line over here. Nice. There to, said there, and that, and then there to then there, and then that to that. You can do very far distance connections, which is really nice. You don't have to go too close to things. Now, obviously, I still have to set up the conveyor belt system, which is not too bad, because we've already got iron plates now being automated, so we don't have to worry about that too much. And it shouldn't cost too much to do already. We do have some rods left for the basic foundations. We got 37. Do you think we can do it, boys? Do you think we can at least get one miner up and going to at least finish this episode off with at least some level of automation? I guess we can find out. So we want to put this about... We don't want this to go through a tree, because this is going to dumb. Put it close to the tree. Yeah, about there. No, conveyor is too long. There, perfect. And then we're running out on what? Plates. We're almost there. Come on, a little bit more. Let's see if this one's got enough plates for us to do what we need to do. What we need to get 10. Yeah, I see a 10. Nice. We need 15. Goddamn. I guess we have to wait here a second before this is making plates. There's that 13. I need 2 more. At least now we got a level of automation where now the drills are now drilling the stuff out. We need some level of automation. That's why I'm kind of getting this to do that. Oh, look, you can see the iron slowly coming down the belt. So we're pretty close. And we got enough. Nice. So now if we connect you to that. Boom. We'll put the rest of our iron in there just to get it out of our system. We'll also put the rest of the last ingot that I have on me as well in here, just so it's out of my inventory. And yeah, that is the basic set of automation that we've done for the first episode, which I think is actually pretty good. In about almost an hour's worth of recording of this session, in almost an hour's time, we have basically set up. We've done 4 out of the 5 hub upgrades so far. We have set up a basic automation of iron plates, which we'll also expand upon to make iron rods with that one, and then that will make concrete. That one over there will make wires, and then wires into cables, and storing some wires into a crate. But that'll be ready for the next episode. So anyway, guys, this has been me, TheMadSpider here. So if you ever like this video, then like it and whatnot. But you know what I do. And I will be uploading this a lot more, like probably once a day for a series, and just see if we can get to how long it'll take us to get to tier 6, and we'll see what comes within our way. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.